Catwalk. The catwalk. Catwalk. Strut your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling, make it look good on the catwalk. Strut your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling, make it look good on the catwalk. On the catwalk.
Sorry. Still a rookie here. Still a rookie here. My mic was muted. But in any event, today we are going to be creating. I know I've done sneakers before. I love sneakers. I'm trying to up my sneaker game. This particular sneaker is for me. So, and I do need to put my glasses on so I can see what you guys are saying in the chat. So, I have this shirt that I got and it's for reveal. So we're going to be doing our reveal soon of some things that we purchased at market in Atlanta. And so I didn't have these sneakers to go with what I had purchased. So today I am going to endeavor to create a pair of dope sneakers. And you may ask, do I have a design in mind? No. I the sneaker is going to help me with the design, and then I'll just go from there. And I've never used this paint before. It's an acrylic paint, so I'm hoping that it does what it's supposed to do, what it do. But I bought it from Michaels today. These are the paints that I'm going to be using, and these are the beads that I'm going to be using. Uh-oh, I just knocked over all of those beads. I had them in a bowl, and thankfully they're on a board, so I can just pick them up, scoop them to the corner, and put them back in the bin. I'll show you in a second. And I do that because it's easier to just grab a few. And I probably need to get, I have these little tiny, you need to create that t-shirt. What it do, what it do, what it do. Okay, that's a great idea. I will do that. Maybe the next stream we'll do that. Write that down. So I'm gonna show you, before I get started, I'm gonna show you this, some of the cool stuff that I picked up today. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to use, but I got this little lipstick charm, or nail polish, sorry. It's nails, if you can see. So it's a nail charm. I have a Christmas tree charm, and these will be interchangeable. And then my little characters that I love. Everybody loves Peanuts. So I have Peanuts. So I'm going to possibly, I'm not certain what I'm using from those, but I'm going to show you the sneaker before I switch to, before I, thank you, Shadowheart, for writing that down for me. But I'm going to show you the sneaker. This chain was already on the sneakers, and it is so cool. And I'm going to show it to you on the sneaker. I'm going to work on, like I did before, one sneaker. So that's what it looks like. That's the sneaker, and it is a Steve Madden. That's a Steve Madden sneaker. And look at the price that I paid, guys. So for that price, I can fool around with it, and it does have leather on it. It's leather upper. So those are some of the things when you're shopping you can look for. So this is a quality sneaker for $20. You can't beat that. So I am going to switch to my main crafting screen. And this is the glue. I guess I need to say over here. This is the glue. You've seen me use it before. This is a new glue that I'm trying. I usually use E6000, but this Dazzle Tack glue is really nice for really nice rhinestones and things. And then I have a handy dandy solo plate that I'm going to put the paint in. So let's see. I'm working with the glitter right now, and I know, before I do that, let me see if I could get my music going. Yes, so it's a blank canvas, and let me see if I could get my music to come on. Oh, it couldn't load my page. Let's see, go to my library. So that we could at least have a little music. It says that it's playing, but I cannot hear it, so I know you guys can't hear it. Okay, there we go. Can you hear that? How much were the sneakers? They were 19.99. Okay, so I don't know why it's going in and out, but it is. So I am going to, this is like a glitter. It says it's called Glitterific by Folk Art. And I said I've never used this paint. That's not true. I've used Folk Art before. I've not used the Glitterific or the Color Shift. The nice thing about the Color Shift is that it changes with light. So I'm going to put a little bit in my plate here, and I have an idea of where I want to put the paint. It's really a pretty color. I think this might have been, I might have copied off of Reaper. Because I think she used, this might have been the color she used for hers. Great minds think alike. Because it reminds me of the paint she used, the color she used on her outfit. So you'll have to tell me, Reaper, this is Green Flash. That's what it's called. And then the Glitterific will be the top layer that I'm going to use. Would have been nice if I had sketched out a design, but when it comes to sneakers, I usually don't. I just go for it. So this, I don't know how long it's going to take to dry, and just as I thought, this Glitterific, it has a clear background. So if I just painted that on the white sneaker, then you would see the white peeking through. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've decided that I'm going to paint in the fabric area of my sneaker. And if you don't paint and you want to do something like this, I suggest, oh, it is what she used for her cosplay. It was so pretty. So if you haven't used this and you're a little bit nervous, you could tape out the area that you want to paint. But I think I'm just going to go in. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. And it looks like I'm going to end up doing 2 coats of this because I could still see it is going on so nicely. I really love this. I know some people are probably saying, oh my gosh, she's painting over that white, those pretty white sneakers. I have a pair of white sneakers. So this is going to be my jazzy pair. And before I stopped, I was getting ready to tell you that if you aren't feeling confident with your painting skills, you could always tape out the area so that you don't get it on the other parts of the sneaker where you don't want it. But I paint a lot. I do house painting for myself, and I've also painted on clothing before, so this is not that big a deal for me. And because it's leather, it's gonna, if you notice, it's taking the paint really nicely. Reaper, how long did it take for the paint to dry? Because I have no clue how long it's gonna take before I could put the glitter on top. And I actually thought about doing a multicolor, but I think I'm gonna, because of all of the other colors in the chains, I'm gonna just do the one color. And while this is drying, I'm going to glue the rhinestones on. If you have any questions for me, just drop it in the chat. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Look at that. And when they're worn outside, they're gonna, that green is gonna change colors. And when you see the reveal, you're gonna understand why I chose this color. And one of the things that I love, which Reaper knows, I love miniatures. Look at this cute little Coca-Cola glass that I'm using for the water. Isn't that cute? I can't show you the side because it'll spill over. It is really popping. I really, really love it. So I think I'm gonna do the sides too. I really hadn't, because I'm gonna leave this part white and I'm gonna leave this part white. So I think I'm gonna go in and do the sides of the sneaker here. And the nice thing about this is that the leather is raised where those little emblems are. And so I'm able to paint right up to the edge. And I like it has silver in the back. So that's going to be nice. Maybe later I might get my silver metallic paint and maybe on the sides add some silver something to kind of coordinate with the silver that's already on the sneaker. I'm loving this acrylic paint, guys. And the nice thing about acrylic paint is that you could use water with your brushes to clean it. You don't have to use turpentine. Like if this was oil based, I would have to use turpentine. And I'm not having to use a whole lot either. Let me know if the music is too loud, because it's pretty loud on my end. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, it is very, hi, All About Glam. It is easy. Let me know if you can see kind of like the splotchiness. And that's why when it's dry, I'm going to go over it with a second coat of paint. And the paintbrush that I'm using is, I'm trying to let you see, pretty flat. I did buy a set of paintbrushes, but I might take them back because I have paintbrushes. I just wanted to make sure I had the right paintbrushes for this. And this is doing great, just the paintbrush I currently have. That's really cool. And the thing that I like about this paint is that it looks like it's not drying hard. And sometimes acrylic paint has a tendency to dry hard. and crack, but it says that this is for all surfaces, all types of surfaces. And sometimes I am reluctant to do stuff like this because I'm such a classic person, and I hate the idea that I can't wear it with different looks, and so I like versatility. But like I said, I have a pair of white sneakers. So there's the side, what the side is looking like. So now I'm going to do oh good, all about glam. It's so easy, and like I said, if you use painter's tape to tape out areas that you don't want to get paint on, you could do that and it'll protect that area, so it making it even that much easier. You just got to make sure you're using acrylic paint, because if this was watercolor paint, it would come right off. And like I said, oil paint, you have to use turpentine to clean the brushes. And one tip is to always clean your brushes as soon as you finish. That's art brushes and house paint brushes. And I am notorious for forgetting and leaving my paint brushes, and then I go to use it and can't because it's the paint has hardened. So you want to make sure you can do that. So I'm trying to let you see the area that I'm painting. Now, because this is a little bit narrow, I may have to pull it away from the camera so that I could get up in that edge without getting it on the other part of the sneaker. And this one, I'm going right over this stitching, because that's still part of the this side of the sneaker. I've got to figure out how to angle the camera so you guys can see some sewing. And as soon as I'm able to show that, I'll do some sewing tips too. It won't just be embellishing or painting, although I love doing that too. So you can see how the sneakers are turning out. They look great. It's really shining really, really nicely. I was kind of not knowing at first. So you could take an old pair of sneakers that maybe are starting to look a little rugged, and practice painting with a pair of sneakers like that if you're afraid of, if you've never painted before. So I'm getting close to the edge, and because this is a flat brush, the tip is letting me do that. And like I said, I'm going to go back over it with another layer, and then I'm going to put that glitter on top. I may not do the glitter on the sides. I may just do it on the toe part of the sneaker. I'm not certain. And as this is drying, I'm going to put the rhinestones on. Hey there, Chaotic. Thanks for dropping in. We are designing a pair of sneakers, and I think I'm going to go back in where I've painted the green.
It's the hottest country mix with tracks from the mega stars of country like Chris Stapleton, Hardy, and Morgan
I'm
Wallen,
going to do
plus
the
tracks
toe
from
part
Chris Stapleton's
again
album F1 Trillion. Listen on Spotify.
because I want a smooth look, and it's looking a little splotchy as it dries. I probably could have used a little bit wider paintbrush for this area, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to get into the corners. I really love this color. It is going on so smooth. And like I said earlier, the fabric, this is real leather on the outside of this sneaker. It's a Steve Madden sneaker that I got for $20. $20. Aw. Just let me know, Chaotic, and I will help you pick colors. One person's weakness is somebody else's strength. So you tell me what you're looking for, and then I will look for it for you and give you the color code. And actually, a good way, if you're looking for a specific color, you could go online and look up Pantone. It's called the Pantone colors. When fashion comes out, like for the spring, if you search the spring colors, if you go to Pantone, it's going to show you, it's going to give you colors and the Pantone color of it. So like if somebody was mixing something for you, they would be able to match it to that color. So for example, when I did my labels for my garment, I wasn't in New York to show the company the color that I wanted my label to be. So he sent me to the Pantone website, and I picked the color based on that. And when I got my labels, they were perfect. They were absolutely perfect. I am loving this silver. Oh my gosh, this silver next to that green looks amazing. Thank you, Shadowhawk. Yes, I am going to be adding bling to this. You know me. Is that a question? Okay. So I am loving this color, this paint. And that's the thing with Pantone that you'll learn. Most industries follow one another. So they're going to you're going to see these colors when it's the color for that season. You're going to see it in paint. You're going to see it in fabric. You're going to see it in home decor. You may even see it in like a Sherwin-Williams paint. Oh my gosh, this looks, guys, it looks fantastic. You should, oh yes, you should have known better. Okay, so this looks so good. I am so excited because honestly, even designers sometimes are intimidated to do something because they don't want to mess it up. But I figured, hey, I would take a shot. For $20, I would take a shot. And these sneakers are so comfortable. And by the way, I am going to change the shoelaces, and I will make those silver to go with the silver in the back. So that looks really good. I'm going to let that dry after I put this second coat. So I am going to let this dry. And that's the thing with paint too. I see on the edge here, I didn't go up for far enough. I got ready to say fur enough. You're welcome, Lady Lotus. But I didn't go up fur enough at the top because I want to go straight up to the edge where the stitching is, because that's part of this right here. But you do have to be careful. I did do like a little spot. Don't you fall. Don't you get on my shirt. Y'all, my shirt says be beautiful. So be beautiful. So like right here, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a hair. I'm just going to take the paper towel and wipe that off because I don't want that up there. Okay, so I wish you could see this in person. And I see some areas on this side that I didn't go right up to the edge that I want to correct. So there, we have the leather part done, and I'm going to remind you of the before and after. So this is the before. This is the sneaker before we painted it. So I'm going to have to do the same thing to this one. I think my camera moved a little, so I'm going to come up a bit. Yeah. There. So that's the before. You can see it better now. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to go to the Just Chatting page. So this is the before, and this is the after with the paint, and it's still drying. So I think I'm going to wait before putting the glitter paint on. And so while this is drying, I am going to glue right along this little edge here. And one of my, well, I'm going to do what I told you to do. While I'm waiting, I'm going to rinse this paint off of my paintbrush into my little Coke. I'm in my little Coke. Let's see, my little Coke jar, because I don't want that to dry in my paintbrush. So I'm going to wash that off while I'm doing something else on the sneaker. So there. So I've took the paint off. I'm going to dry it off, and I'm going to flatten it out so that as it dries, my paintbrush stays flat. So I was getting ready to say, a friend of mine gave me this. So if you can see, I put the rhinestones in there. I'm going to show you what they're almost like a stud. So that's what it looks like. It has like a beveled edge. It's not a flat rhinestone like I did on the other. Well, no, that's the same one. But I'll show you, because I have my other sneakers that we did in the other stream. So I'm going to go to the Just Chatting so you can see this one. So this is the one that I decorated on another stream. So we're doing a little bit of a different look. I think this keeps moving too. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Let me see if I can lift this a bit. Yeah. And I'm not going to lean this too much on the side, but what I'm going to do, I was telling you that I loaded the rhinestones in here. So I'm going to take this and I am going to put a little bit of glue This is the E6000 that I was telling you that I use sometimes. But I really like this jewelry tack. So I'm going to put some of that on here. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to close it up because it'll keep oozing out. Then I am going to, I wish I had my toothpick. I like using toothpick, but I'm going to use the back end of the paintbrush. And I'm going to put a little glue on it because these don't have any type of glue on it. I may end up doing it like I did the other ones with my little tool. Okay. So see, it just, I'm able to, can you see it? I'm able to push it right on to the surface. And then I'm going to put some more glue. I put glue on the end. That one's being hard, difficult. It's not wanting to come out. Of course it's not. But it's so what? We don't waste stuff. So guess what? We're going to take this one and we're going to dip it in the glue again. And then we're going to put it on the side. Just like that. Can you see it? So we're going to do that again. And I think the last time I tried using this, I did the same thing. Okay, I think I have to do it from the top. But I'll try that next time. Because this one I'm just going to pick up, dip it in the glue, and then glue it right beside it like that. So we've got that going. How long does it take for the paint to dry on those sneakers? It's pretty much dry, but I would, if I was making this for a client other than myself, I would wait 24 hours. I would give it 24 hours to cure. I'm just going to put some out. And I'll have to play around with that when I'm not on stream and then come back and let you guys know how it worked. Because it's supposed to just be like zip, zip. And it wasn't zip, zipping for me. That looks so good. Can you see it? I'll have to show you guys the sneakers that some of my students designed. I sent a couple to Haiti when we had our club, but I still have a couple that they had started and didn't finish. So as you can see, like I've said before, this takes a little bit of time doing that. But I am loving the way this is turning out. Oh, thank you, Reaper. I have a friend that does this on, she gets hired from dance moms to do these on, to put rhinestones on dance costumes. And she says she does it while she's watching television. So this is something that you could do, and if you don't have to have your eyes right on it, you could have it in the background going, say like I love tennis. So, but most of the time, I'm like really into the tennis match, and so I want to see what's going on. If it's a match that I'm not really into, then yes, I can do that. So that's coming out really, really nice. I like the way those rhinestones are looking. And these are actually glass stones. They're not rhinestones. Are the rhinestones a green color? They're no, they are like a iridescent, they're glass flat back rhinestones. And the color is a AB transparent. And your AB, just like your Swarovski crystals, is going to be, it's going to look like a iridescent, so it does pick up other colors. Like when I'm looking at this, sometimes it looks green, sometimes it looks yellow, sometimes it looks like it's pink, so it just depends. And my glue is starting to dry up. That's why I only put little dots of glue. You never want to put a whole bunch of glue, because then you're going to end up wasting your glue, because it dries really fast because of the air. And if you have the AC on, it's going to dry that much quicker. But this is a great thing to do while I'm waiting for the other paint to dry. And this package of beading, I bought all of these supplies from Michaels, and it was buy one get one for 50% off. So I think one package was $14.99, and it has 144 pieces. You could essentially do this on a t-shirt, on a jacket that you have. It's not only sneakers, but as you can tell, like I said, it takes quite some time to put these rhinestones on like this. And I'm sure there's an easier way, but I haven't found it yet. If it's not heat press, then I don't know an easier way, or they call it hot fix. And because my glue is starting to dry up, I'm going to put another dot of glue down. And again, I'm only putting, like, I don't know if you can see this. I'm only putting a little dot of glue, because I don't want to waste my glue. I have a pair of Antonio Milani boots that are just all rhinestones. And I think about that when I put these rhinestones on here. It's like, wow, that's a lot of rhinestones. But I'm loving the way it looks. As soon as I do the other side, I'm going to paint the glitter on top, and I think I'm just going to do the toe part of the glitter and then leave this part like it is. It looks really good. I'm really loving the way these are turning out. Yes, drop the links, mods. Okay, this one is gonna be. I might have to squeeze it in a little bit because it's not that much space. So it may sit up. It may sit up a bit. I'm trying to push it in to get it flat. And I think I'm still gonna put one, if you can see right here, I'm gonna still put one right there. It may sit on top of the edge, but I think I want to cover that little white spot. So it's actually going to sit outside the stitching line, but I would rather that. Those are design details that you have to decide that you want to do when you're working on something like that. And I prefer that sitting on top than having white space there. So that's just my preference. Welcome in. Yes, welcome in. Any new visitors to my stream, introduce yourself. Let me know what you do. I would love to know what you do so I could give you some shout outs. Reaper and Shadowhawk are gamers, so you can find them on their channel if you're into gaming. I'm looking for my glue. I need some more. And I'm just using a piece of poster board to put the glue on. That works for me. So, okay. And again, a couple of these, I'm having to go outside because I don't have enough room. I want to cover that white space, but I don't have enough room, so I'm having to put it on top. But that looks pretty cool to me. And I only bought one pack of these rhinestones because I wasn't going to do the whole sneaker. So, what do you guys think so far? What do you think so far? After I do this side, I'm gonna paint the toe part with the glitter. Hopefully it's not dried out. I should have bought my plastic wrap in. That's a trick that you can use to keep your paint from drying out. I do that a lot when I'm painting household walls. I'll be right back a second. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Okay, sorry. My mom called and was telling me my aunt has been in the hospital and she's home. So I'm happy to receive that news. Okay, so you see how that's coming out? Oh my gosh, this looks so... Oh, sorry. That looks so good. Look how it's glittering, y'all. Okay, time for a little bit more glue. Okay, I'm really loving the way these AB rhinestones are looking. They're so pretty. And they're not flat, so that's what's giving off more of the iridescent look.
Fuel can make all the difference.
I'm gonna do some more, get some more.
Eggland's best eggs contain 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat, and 6 times more
Yes,
vitamin D
it is
compared to
blinging. Wait till I
So
wear
eat
them.
your best.
And you know, it's funny because I hardly ever do anything for myself. So I'm excited.
Learn more.
I got a little glue happy with this one. So I'm trying to take some of the glue off. So you do have to be careful of doing stuff like that. Putting too much glue on the rhinestone. But that looks great. I really love it. And let me tell you, it is not cheap when you're doing stuff like this. That's why when people do custom sneakers, they're very expensive because minus the paintbrushes, which were $20, and I had a 30% coupon, 30% off coupon. The bead, the rhinestones, the little trinkets, and the paint, everything came up to about $72. So I may take a few things back if I don't use them because I have a lot of crafting stuff. So I do not need a lot of crafting stuff. As I already have it. So you can see how that's turning out. That's looking really nice. I really love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've been making, just so you guys know what I was up to while I wasn't streaming, I was working on some projects for my fashion business. It's called Capturing Your Style, where I work with private clients and I sometimes design pieces for them. I do personal styling, consultations. So if you have an event that you'd like to attend and you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. And even if we don't work together, you can always ask me questions. I'm always available to answer some style questions. I love fashion. So now just imagine this has to be done 3 more times because I'm going to do this side as well. But I had an idea of what I was going to do. So I'm really loving the way this is turning out. And the E6000 glue is really nice. So I'm not using it because I don't like it. I do love it, but I just started trying this glue as well, and it seems like this one dries really fast. So that's what I love about this one. So again, the transformation is amazing when you do a project like this. I love seeing the design at the end. I'm just as excited to see what it turns out looking like. And let me tell you, sometimes you don't always like what you've done, and it just, I can remember a time when I worked in the garment district designing for a company called Ruth Schaff, and it was a children's company. And I designed this little sundress, and I tried to make that little design work so many times till finally my boss was like, "Let it go. Let it go. It's okay. Move on." And I kind of felt bad because I felt like I was wasting fabric, but sometimes that's what happens, and you just go with the flow. So that little sundress never got made. I had a couple of things that went into production. I never saw them on the line when I worked for that company, but I know that they did make it to the line. So that's an accomplishment when you work for a firm and your design gets used. And when you see your design on somebody, that's a great feeling too. I did that with my personal line with my children's wear. I had designed this little romper and sold it to a boutique in Orlando, Florida. And I was going into a store, and I saw a lady get out of the car with her daughter, and her daughter was wearing the outfit I designed. And I was like a crazy person. "Hey, hey, hey." I said, "I designed the outfit your daughter is wearing. It's a Snuggle Puffs, isn't it?" She said, "Yes, it is." I says, "Yeah, I'm the designer." She was like, "Oh, cool. It's so nice. It's so comfortable for her to wear." So that's what we got so far. I'm trying not to get glue all over the rhinestones. That's one of the things you're going to have to be careful about. You see how that's looking? I think it's better going like down as opposed to trying to go around, because going down, I'm getting rhinestones, they're fitting closer together, which is nice. And like I said before, I find it easier just to use these. I'll show you what they look like. I find it easier to use these. It has like a pointy, if you can, let's see, I'm trying to get it so you see it. It has a pointy edge. Can you see that? So I find it easier to use these to pick up rhinestones. And as I said, that one was harder to pick up. I wish I had had these for my photo shoot, but I'll have to restyle it with the item that was the inspiration, and so you can see the before and after. Okay. My thing is getting glued a little. Next time, what I'll do is have some alcohol in here, because alcohol will help to remove the glue, because after a while it starts to get glued up. That looks so much better going down. So on the other side, I know how I'm going to do it. And sometimes when you're working on things like this, it is trial and error. And the more you do it, the more shortcuts you'll find. I have some big ones too that I may put somewhere, but I'll have to see. I don't want to get crazy. I'll let you guys help me to design that part. I really love the way they're turning out. If this was YouTube, yes, I'm going to change the shoelaces to silver. I'm going to steal them from the other pair of Chucks that I did, as I have a pair of silver laces. Reaper, I saw the design that you made, and you did a phenomenal job on your cosplay outfit. And as I'm putting these rhinestones on, I'm thinking about how you put those scales on the top part. And so I know you invested a lot of time into that. I am really loving the way this is turning out. And like I said, going down was better than continuing to go around. So that's why you may have seen me shift and start doing them down. Because like right here, I have like a little space that nobody's going to really pay any attention to but me. But I do like how it looks going down. They seem to be fitting, the rhinestone seems to be fitting better. This has a little bit too much glue that I'm going to try to take off so that it's not strings hanging on the sneaker. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm flipping these over so that I could pick them up. The last time you guys came in, we worked on some Mickey Mouse ears. So just think you could do this same technique with the tutorial for the Mickey Mouse ears. You could bling them out. I even saw an orange pair uh, that had glitter on them. I think it was at Home Goods. And I thought they were so cute. They reminded me of a pumpkin. So you could buy something like that that's already colored and then just add your own little embellishment to it to make it your own. And trust me, like I've said before, hello, Drive Able. I don't know if I pronounced your name properly, but I'm sure Reaper or Shadowhawk will help me out next time. So forgive me if I pronounced it incorrectly. So just imagine if you were working on an outfit for cosplay. You could do this. You could take like a whole month and just glue rhinestones on something for your cosplay outfit. Hey, it would be unique. You could go thrifting and find something that looks like what you want and do embellishments like that. So there you have it. Look at that. So just to remind you, it was like that, and then we did it like that. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glitter. I'm going to go back to painting and see how this glitter looks. I think I'm going to use, I guess it'll be okay. Uh-oh. It's kind of dry. That's what I was saying. Okay, so it's just going to add a glitter effect to it. The base is going to be clear. So that's why we painted it the green color, because we wanted a base, else it would look white. That's so cool. Can you see that? Wait. Can you see it? And it's given a 3D kind of look to it too. And so I think I will, since it's not that overpowering, I think I am going to paint it on the other parts that I painted, because it looks, again, if you look at it in the jar, you can see more of the glitter, but when it's on the sneaker itself, you don't see all of that. So this is flecks of foil, and it's a clear background, so that's why it's going on clear. And actually, With something like this, it's better. I was, if you notice the strokes, I was painting, but for this, you want to just kind of, they call it stipple it on. If I had a round brush, that would probably be better to just tap it on so that the little flecks of glitter stays on. That's really cool. So I think it looks really, really cool. Or as my title says, it looks dope. I am loving this, guys. I can't wait to see the rhinestones on that side. So, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and stipple this on the side. So it definitely needed the first layer of paint. And I'm gonna have to put more of the glitter paint down because it's really dry. I let it get dry. And I don't think I ever finished telling you a trick to keep your paint from drying out is to take some saran wrap and wrap it around it so it doesn't dry out, because this started to dry out. But I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes the best designs are freestyle, and I can't tell you how many times I've come up with a design that wasn't the original design. And that's why sometimes when you see sketches just are to give you an idea of where you're going. So I'm going to get some more of the glitter paint, the glitterific, and this time I learned my lesson. I'm only going to put one blob on it. Now imagine you found a cute pair of boots at the thrift shop and you only paid $8 for them, and you got some paint and you did something like this. Those are going to be unique and unique to you, which is so cool to be able to do things that nobody else has but you. They may have the sneaker, but it won't be a dope sneaker like this. So I'm going to show you. So that's with the glitter and that's without. I like it with the glitter. So originally, you remember I said I didn't know if I was going to do the glitter on the sides, but I think it really, really works. Oh, thanks, Shadowhawk. Sometimes I work on designs in my mind, like the idea that I think I have. Sometimes I'm successful and other times I'm not. So it's about trial and error sometimes. And even if you watch some of the YouTube channels for some of the top designers, sometimes when they're doing fittings on gowns, they change up and say, no, that's not working. Let's try this instead. And so everybody goes through trial and error sometimes with what they're working on. So this time I was able to use it without it drying, and that looks great. Look at that. That is so cool, and it kind of mirrors the look of the AB stones. Now I just hope this comes off as nicely as the other paint did, because this, I guess it's still a paint, and but sometimes it's harder to get off of the paintbrush. And like I said, I don't have any of the alcohol or anything in here, but I'm loving that. So I think that looks so good. So I'm gonna, while that dries, I'm gonna do the other side of the rhinestones, and then I might put some of the big ones. I'll let you see what the big ones look. So I'm following my advice. I am rinsing off my brush before I move back to gluing on rhinestones. And that came out really easily. It did leave a few specks on the paintbrush, but not many. And if you have a paintbrush, you can just, I'm not a paintbrush, a paper towel, you could just do like that to take it off. So let's see. I wanted to show you what this looks like and decide where I want to put these. These are just bigger ones like that one. I don't think I'm gonna put these. I don't know, I might do something like that. Yeah, I might do something like that. I think that looks cool. But I'm definitely not gonna put too many of them. So now that my paintbrush is drying, the glitter is drying, and I don't have that much in the plate, so I don't have to cover it up. But just so you can see again what it's looking like. That's really cool. So let me just move these out of the way. So again, at the end, I'm going to show you the difference between the Converse that I did and this one, because it's a total different look. One's leather and one is canvas. So that's something to keep in mind when you're painting sneakers. You can paint canvas too. I have painted canvas sneakers. So what I'm doing now is just flipping these rhinestones over so that I can pick them up to glue on the side. And I am loving that. So let me get some glue. And then again, the reason why I close my tube up is so that it doesn't continue to ooze out. Okay. And what I was getting ready to say before, if this was YouTube, I could speed it up so that you could see the finished look, so that you weren't watching me put every little rhinestone on. Come on. I think I'm going to move this one up because remember I talked about that edge, how I wanted it like right on the edge. So that's what I've learned from the other side and the modification that I'm going to do on this side. And by the way, if you have glue left over on the rhinestone, you could use alcohol to get it off, like a Q-tip and then alcohol, and that'll take the glue off of the rhinestone. Now, theoretically, okay, no need to speed it up. Okay. Theoretically, you could do this in stages. Like, I could have painted both sneakers with the green, and then I could have gone in and did the rhinestones, and then came back, or did the glitter on it to work in stages, as opposed to, I'm gonna not use this rhinestone because it has so much glue on it. I don't feel like cleaning it afterwards. I'll use it. I'm not gonna waste it. But right now I'm going to get a new rhinestone. So if you found a leather coat on sale or at a thrift shop, you could do something like this to it as well. And especially if it was for cosplay, I think that would be so unique. So I'm getting 2 rhinestones in this part here. And again, it's overlapping just a little bit. Things like that, because it's already made, you can't do anything about that unless you were to use a smaller rhinestone. But I love the way this one stands out, so I like this size. Plus, it would take you that much longer. So, true story. Oh, thank you. I love teaching. I think that's the teaching coming out. But I was getting ready to say that when I do wedding gowns, I sit and put rhinestones on just like this too. So this technique can be used for a plethora of things, but you do need to use more expensive. Like, I wouldn't put these on a wedding gown. I would use the Swarovski crystals. I would use it for cosplay. I would use it on like a jacket or a denim jacket. Let's say you wanted to decorate a denim jacket. This technique could be used for that as well. But I am loving this sneaker. It is so cool. Uh-oh, my plate fell. Don't want paint everywhere, although it's not that much paint. So I'm gonna grab some more rhinestones, fix the camera so you can see. It keeps shifting a bit, and I'm going to get some more glue. I'll put a little bit of glue right there that I'm using. Yes, I gotta figure out how to get the camera to be able, my space is so limited, but there's gotta be a way where I can position the camera to be able to sew. Especially for my cosplay people that want to learn some techniques for sewing, for creating some of the looks that they would want to design. Because there are a lot of tips and tricks that I could give you. Now this one I got a little overzealous with the glue, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of it off. So you can see how that's turning out. And again, the other side. Okay. Let me see. I just love admiring them when they're in the process. And I think the AB stone picks up on the silver. I'm glad that I did the inserts with the acrylic paint too, and not just the tip, because then it makes it look like it was supposed to be like that. I think I'm gonna have to do a little cleanup to get some of the glue off, but it's not bad. It is not bad. But I do need to clean the tips of the. Hey, Triple Dot. Hey. Hey, you're back, All About Glam. You want to see an update of what they're looking like? So I put the glitter on. Let's see, let me step it down. I put the glitter on. Let me go to just chatting so I can show you. So I put the glitter on. So that's what it's looking like so far. So back to main crafting so that I could put the rhinestones on. I need some more glue too. So I am going to try to pick up the rhinestone. I think that's the hardest part, is just picking up the rhinestone. I think I'm gonna ask my friend if last time I talked to her though, she said she just uses tweezers and it goes really fast. So now I'm going to start to go down like I did. I think it moved a little. Let me move this water. So now I'm going to start to go down like I did on the other side. And one of the things that I'm doing, I don't know if you notice, when I let go of the rhinestone, I'm kind of using my thumb to push it down off of the tweezers. Like when I put it in place, actually it's my pointer finger. It would be cool if you did some anime designs or comic book character designs on some Nikes. Hey, I would love to do that. I'll have to do a pair and then do them as a giveaway. Actually, I should get my niece to draw it and then I paint it, because she has her own, I think, anime characters that she draws. She's 15. She loves anime. Although I can sketch too, but that might be cool. Maybe I'll do a pair for her. Let her sketch it and then paint it for her on stream and then send it back to her. You would pay top dollar for some cool designs? Hey, well, I need to get the moving. I need to get the stepping. I need to find some sneakers to do that on. Or would a pair of sneakers like this be good? I think a pair that didn't have as much intricate details would be good. Possibly. I think I'm gonna have to get a new piece of cardboard because that is getting. So actually you could save, you know how sometimes you get cups and things like that old fisherman voice, ooh, you gotta be quick than that. Oh, cute. So you know how you get cups and things and it has little rectangular or square pieces of cardboard? You can save stuff like that to use for stuff like this. I have a piece of thread stuck on my rhinestone. I feel like I'm doing it backwards now on this side. It's sticking to my fingers. I got glue all over my fingers. But like I said, alcohol or um, the what's it called? Not polyurethane. What is it? The nail polish remover will take it off. If you don't stop flipping up. And again, I think I'm going to dip this in a little bit of water because I want this glue to come off. Oh, yep, it's working. I love the little characters, Reaper. That's so cute. I think they are looking phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm gonna get some more rhinestones. Flip them over so that they're ready to pick up. And like I said, I do have this tool. But it's been, and you can see the rhinestones in there, but for some reason they weren't coming out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. It's supposed to speed it up, but it was just slowing me down. So I tried something else. I went back to my old method of doing it. Because like Sweet Georgia Brown, ain't nobody got time for that. It already takes a while to do these. Nobody's got time to be sitting trying to make something that's supposed to be saving you time, cost you more time. Oh. Every time I look in the camera, it's moved. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, so I'll stay right there. Oops, too much glue. Flip some over. And while I was out today, I know I'm going to get in trouble because I didn't videotape. I forgot. But I was at a thrift shop and I bought some ties for $1. That's right. It'll be exclusively for you. But while I was out, I bought some ties, about I think 4 ties, and I'm gonna do a design that this girl on Instagram created using the tie. Is so cute. I can't wait to try it out and then style it with an outfit. She does a lot of cool things. She's very creative, and she does a lot of things where you don't have to sew. You don't have to know how to sew to do it. So when you work on a design like this, oh, you definitely are like, don't step on my shoes. Like when we were in school, when you wore a pair of white sneakers or brand new sneakers, one of the things the kids would do is say, hey, you mailed the letter today, but it got sent back to you. What did you forget to do? And if you weren't on your game, you would say, put a stamp on it, and then they would stamp. They would put a stamp. They would stomp your foot to put like dirt on your new sneakers. So what I was getting ready to say is you definitely protect stuff like this that you've worked so hard on, that's taken time. And that's why when you do this for somebody, a custom job, this is why it costs so much, because there are a lot of hours that goes into coming up with the design. Like if I was doing this for somebody, if they hadn't already seen this design, then I would have sketched it out for them to be able to see it, so that they would have an idea of what it's going to look like. Because the last thing you want to do is do something like this and then it's not either the right color that they wanted or the design that they would want. So and what I'm thinking for the side, I think like I have a pair of Converse that I designed with my name on it. I think I'm going to, I can't heat press it because this is leather, but I think I'm going to use the type of vinyl that would adhere. I think, I'm not certain. I'll have to investigate it more, because the fabric I was able to heat press it on to the sneaker because it was canvas, but leather, I'm not certain if I can do that, and I don't want it to lift off. So what I did was I moved that rhinestone down into that little space. And again, I'm putting it right up against that edge. I think it's looking great. I think of that song, Like a Rhinestone Cowboy. Hey, Lady Plus. I think pretty soon we will be doing the reveal with the clothing item. And again, I wish I had these sneakers, but I am going to restyle the garment with these sneakers to show a different look, like what you could do with a different look, because this really matches the inspiration piece really well. And not that we're everything has to be matchy matchy. I should say it will complement the other design. So I think that's going to look great. And then once this has silver ribbon, that's going to look phenomenal. I think I need some more glue. Let me get some more glue. And the last time I did the sneakers, I recommended, when you're working on something like this, if you do use E6000, to use the small tubes like this, because the bigger tubes, to me, I always end up wasting them because they dry out really fast. If you use the small ones, then if you're doing a small job like this, by the time you get finished, you will have used that tube, and you won't have to worry about wasting a whole tube, because it's not cheap. I think the big one is like $10 for the big tube of the E6000, which is a really good glue. Okay, I got one little spot left. And I am loving the way the specs turned out, but you definitely need the color underneath. I would have been a little sad if I had not put that green underneath it. So now let me see about these big ones, I think. But first I want to put, because I may change this, change the colors, because this went in like that. What do you think? So the chain came with the sneakers, and they just hook on. It opens up, or it's supposed to open up. There you go. So it just hooks on like that. So with the silver shoelace, I think that will look so cool. Yes. And like I said, they came with the sneaker. So let's see. This one that I got, and I got these again from Michael's. That's a little low. I don't like that. I think, let's see. There's the polish. So I need another polish. That's really cool. So, and then this. So actually, so then this snaps, Velcros. So I put the chain on to see if I wanted the big things, or if that's, I think that's fine. What do you think? What do you think about those? Just one there, and one there. That's not going to stay, but whoop. Okay. So I'll put one there, and one there. So, but I wanted to put the chain on to make sure it wasn't going to be too much. So that's the nice thing about doing stuff like this. Now for this one, I'm going to put the glue right on the rhinestone and then put it right in place. And I'm going to have to try to hold it a little because, or put it on the side. Let's see. And another tip is to squeeze your tube from the bottom so that you're pushing up on the glue and not you're getting the glue to go from the bottom. Again, I got a little bit zealous with that. I think the big ones add just a little je ne sais quoi. Lady Lotus, let's see what. Ooh, that's a great idea. Can you do a live one day on preparation, taping off? Okay, I will do that. Actually, I can do that tonight with the other pair. The other side, I can go, I'll after I finish this, I'll go look for my masking tape and then come right back and then show you how you could tape off. I almost opened this one. I don't want that one. Now, it's harder to pick up the big ones, so I'm having to pick them up by hand and drag them in the paint. I mean, not the paint, in the glue. So another idea, I'm going to show you what I do with things like this too when it's big like that. So that looks cool like that. So I'm going to do the other side. So look at that from the front. That is so cool. I'm not certain. Let's see. For a newbie like myself, if I try designing a pair, what tape do you recommend? I recommend the frog tape that people use for painting houses because it comes right off. So I think that looks cool. What do you guys think? I like it there, or what do you think without it? You have it on the side. So what do you think? With it in the front, one in the front, none in the front. Let me know. I'm going to put your answer in the chat. I'm going to do the other side. I am loving the way these have turned out. So when give you an idea of what I was thinking about. Yes, frog tape is not harsh, and so you'll be able to lift it off without damaging your surface. Okay, so this is what I was saying. For this one, I was going to put right on top of the rhinestone and put it on the side. So I'm going to turn that on the side like that. Sometimes I put it on the rhinestone. Sometimes I put it directly on the surface. Now these I'm having to hold a little because it is sliding around a bit. So until it dries, because these are a little bit heavier. Love the one side. Okay. Because I think the other stuff in the middle, like it'll start to compete. So I agree with you. But a lot of times I'm such a minimalist. Sometimes when I design, I don't like going crazy with stuff. So sometimes I have to challenge myself in that way. So it's nice to have another pair of eyes to let me know. So I like that. So I'm just going to leave it on the side for a bit. So while that's drying, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to go look for my masking tape to show you how I would tape it out. Okay, so I am back. Oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious. Okay, so this is how this frog tape comes. And it comes in different widths. And this is what I use when I paint in my home. So this is the frog tape, and for something like this, I think this would be a good size. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to grab the other sneaker. This is what it looked like before I started. So I'm going to move the one that's drying off to the side, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything else to it. I'll let my apprentices help me decide if I need to do anything more to this sneaker. But okay, so the first thing I would do is remove this chain. And this chain is so easy to make. Like, this came with the sneaker. I didn't make this. I was going to, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So it comes right off. And it's plastic. All of it is plastic. Let's see, I'm trying to. So all of this is plastic. None of this is real metal, which is good because if your shoe gets wet, you don't have to worry about it rusting. So, okay, if I was gonna work on this part, the way I would tape this out, the nice thing about masking tape and frog tape to me, I switched to frog tape because it adheres better. So if I was gonna do this, I would tape it out like this. So if you were gonna paint the inside, I would tape all of, I'm gonna show you how you would tape along the outside. And you just keep, the way you go around curves with tape like this is just, you just use smaller pieces. And by you using your fingernails to kind of get it to go down, that's all you're doing. So that's how I'm getting it to curve around the edge. Now for the pair that I didn't do this because I paint all the time. And so my hand is pretty steady. But like, if you notice, there's a little tiny corner. I don't know if you could see that. Let me see if I could. There's a little tiny corner right here. If I wanted to cover that up, I would just take another piece of tape and put it right into that corner.
Experts have declared Bombas socks as the best way to warm up
like that. And then I would just keep taping it around.
Plus, for every pair purchased, another pair will be donated. So someone in need of essential.
And I would still be careful when I was painting. I would still be careful to go on the inside. And if you look, because this is stitched, there's a little ridge there that the paintbrush can fit under. So I don't think you have to worry about getting paint on it. You just have to, you could go right up to the line. Oops, you couldn't see that. Sorry. I was showing you how the paintbrush goes right under the line. So you wouldn't even have to, if you're just careful, you won't even get paint on that part because it's going to, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you're just going to go right up to that line. And like I said, a flat paintbrush like this is really good. I also had this paintbrush just in case I needed it, but I'm going to show you and I'll go to the Just Chatting page. I want to show you the paintbrushes that I purchased. And these are at Michael's. Oh, I must have stepped on it. So these are the paintbrushes. And if you look, there's one that has an angle on it. And I thought that would be really good for painting. So you have the 0 round brush, a round 4, a bright shader in here, and then you have the angle shader. And these are for all mediums. acrylics, watercolor, oils, stains, and they're durable and easy to clean. They're made from synthetic hair. They're animal friendly, and they have wood handles. So that's what I had bought at Michael's. These are $19.99. They had several different ones, but I liked the fact that this had the angled shader because I wasn't certain if I was going to need that for getting into the sneaker. So that's how I would tape it out. And these are called Mixed Media Snap. So back to the main crafting. So going around this edge, when you have a straight edge, you can just go right up underneath. Sorry. You can go right up underneath that edge. And I would use some little scissors to cut that edge away. I don't have my little scissors in here. Well, I do have some scissors. I'll use these. So I would just cut that little piece off like that to get close to the edge. So that's all taping entails. In fact, true story, sometimes when models are modeling, like when we were in school, yeah, Michael should give me a commission. Maybe I should tag them. But when we were in fashion school and we had fashion shows, they would tape the bottom with masking tape so that they could wear them and then remove the tape and then take them back to the store if they didn't want to buy the shoes. Now, I didn't do that. Because plus I did children's wear in school. So I just bought the shoes and then gifted it to my models. So that's what I did. Is there anything more that you would like to see taped out? Or you get the idea? But I just love the back of these shoes too. The thing here. I can see putting a ribbon through there and wrapping it around my leg. So just let me know if there's more. I'm going to go back to okay, I sure will take a before. Okay, so now this is where we are. Okay, let me see. That's where we are. Look at that glitter. It looks so good. So I think the rhinestones on the sides, that's more than enough. I don't think it needs, like we talked about before, I don't think I need to put those anyplace else. So is there any other place? Do you think I should do the back in rhinestones? I kind of like the white next to the green. What do you think? Oh, but I got to show you. So on the other side, like I do have, so this is cute. Almost like the little charms that go on the Crocs. That's what these remind me of. Because I could take the perfume bottle off. I keep saying perfume bottle. I need to go find a perfume bottle. But any little earring could be made into a charm. So let's say you went to a thrift shop and you found a pair of earrings. You could make a charm like this. This charm was, I believe, $1.99 or $3.99. So let's say I wanted to do this because the green it looks like the Grinch. So I don't think I would put it there though because it'll roll around. Let's see, where did I have the other one? Up here. So look at that. That's so cute. And you could do maybe 3, clip them on different places. So that changes up the idea, make them cute for Christmas. So yes, it's very customizable. So guys, what do you think? Is there anything else I should do, or you like it just like it is? Give me some thumbs up if you like it. Right, it's like a Pandora bracelet with shoes. Anything else? Does it need any more rhinestones? And I see on some sides, like this one, I'm gonna have to clean up a little the glue, but that's okay. You love it as it is? Yeah, I think these clips, and I'm thinking that I may make some more of these clips, because like I said, and I may demonstrate that next week, how to make these chains so you can put these on any pair of sneakers that you have. So I love them. I think they're so cute. So does anybody have any other questions about anything that we did? Yes, you could use it on a purse. In fact, if you wanted to, you could take this. Let's say you weren't wearing your sneakers and you wanted to clip this on to your purse. You could just clip this on the corner of your purse. Put a charm at the end here and clip this on. So yeah, these pieces could be very versatile. Put it on a necklace. Let's see. Clip it to a necklace. How would you charge for something like this? I would charge for the product. Well, right now, because I use, like you can see, this is the bag that I bought of rhinestones. And I didn't even put a dent in what I used. So I wouldn't charge the client for this whole thing of rhinestones. So basically it would be my product plus my time. And so how much time have we been working on this? I don't see the time. So 2 hours, because we started at 6. So 2 hours. So and then it depends if I have to supply the sneaker, if I have to go look for the sneaker. So they're going to pay for the supplies, the sneakers, and then my time. So that's how I would charge. Oh, I got to show you guys. I have to make these into charms. Look at Snoopy. You see Snoopy? So for Christmas, I might make these into charms. I just think they're so cute. So I just love things. Now these were, they even had Minnie Mouse, but these were $3.99 for, or was it 12? Let me see if I have the receipt. see. I can tell you. Yep, I do. Okay. So the novelty Snoopy, it was $12.99. So this right here was $12.99. And the other charms were $3.99. The Glitterific was $4.99. And the other, this paint was $4.99. So total, even with saving $6, actually they said I saved $13.50. This bag was $14.99, and I got the second one for 50% off. So that ended up being $7.49. So the grand total for everything for this project, minus the sneakers, was $72. So with the sneakers, you add the other $20. So $95. So if I was making this for somebody and I had to buy all of these supplies, then it would be at least $250, $300 to create these custom kicks. These dope sneakers. I love them. How about you? Yep. I love them. So what? That's what. We made a pair of cute designer sneakers, and they, if I may say so myself, they kind of rival Betsey Johnson, because I love Betsey Johnson designs, and she's a designer that did a lot of quirky looks, quirky designs, and I've always loved her designs. I don't know if she's still designing clothing or if they're just using her name, but I think these rival her designs, and I love them, and they're mine. I encourage you to create your own unique design that is what you want in the colors that you want. You're welcome. Thank you all for being here with me tonight on So What, and hopefully next time, because I've been away, I still have to finish my room back here, and there are some things I want to do in here. It's a little small space, but it gets the job done. Oh, I said I was going to show you the comparison of the sneaker I did before. So this is one that I did before, and then this is a totally different look. So you see, you can do so many different looks based on the sneaker itself. So have a great night, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Yes, very versatile. You can do whatever you want. So have a good night. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same battle station. Good night.